Um, I want to ask you, for people who are isolated right now, and you've written and spoken so much about narcissists. What about for people who are in isolation with a narcissist? You compared this to almost like a hostage situation. How do you think people should navigate that?
As they would in a hostage situation. When you're with a kidnapper, violent kidnapper, potentially violent kidnapper, definitely an aggressive kidnapper, the only effective method is what I call background noise. There are many effective techniques. I've just given a lecture in Hungary about this. There are many effective techniques, 8 actually, effective techniques to cope with narcissists. 7 of which I invented and 1 I did not invent, unfortunately. And that one that I did not invent happens to be the second most effective. It's known as gray rock. So these techniques cannot be used in the current situation because they will tend to provoke and aggravate the narcissism and render the narcissist aggressive and potentially violent. So you should not use any of these techniques. You can't do no contact, of course, and you should not do gray rock, or you should not do mirroring to mirror the narcissist behavior. None of these techniques should be used right now because you're in close proximity and you are a hostage. You can't leave. So the only effective technique that I know of is background noise. Background noise simply means that you are reactive, never proactive. So if a narcissist asks you something, you answer, but you limit your answer to the exact content of the question. You don't initiate, you don't expand, you never ever offer advice or help, because that's perceived as narcissistic injury, implying that the narcissist is not godlike, is not omnipotent, is in need of help or advice. Yes? You never argue, you never disagree, you never criticize, you never bring information from the outside because the narcissist is the only source of wisdom and knowledge. You are inert, an inert object which responds to the narcissist's queries, questions, and demands, but respond in a point-like, you should respond in a point-like manner. Limit yourself to the narcissist's prompts. Do not demonstrate any independent or autonomous existence. Do not mention the outside world to the narcissist, because in a pandemic, the narcissist feels helpless. It contradicts, directly challenges his omnipotent grandiosity. If he is a god, why is he being socially isolated and distanced? So they should never mention to the narcissist the outside environment and how it limits him, how it equalizes him, because a pandemic is a great equalizer. Everyone is equal before the law in theory, never works, but everyone is definitely equal before a pandemic, always works. And the narcissist hates to be equalized. He hates to be considered common, average, one of a herd. If narcissists cannot consider the concept of herd immunity.
Right.
So this would be basically my advice.